And we have here a latex hold. So there are people that enjoy latex, I'm assuming.
They make some that don't have holes.
Really? And so you can see through this. And then explain maybe how this is helpful in any way.
Some people are turned on just by the idea of latex. And
It's got a rubbery smell.
Listen, if you ever get pulled over by the police and you need to get out of handcuffs, you know how to do it? Now, Rupert, stay right there while I get you the leg spreader. No. All right, are they in there? Good. Now, what are you going to do?
See that?
Rupert's 21. And if I'd met him 5 years ago, BB and I would have adopted him. And I wished we had, because then we wouldn't have to pay.
From the start, Jim was impressed by Rupert's expert training.
He had bought one of my books, Angles, and had learned how to do almost every stunt in that book.
It started by doing magic tricks and just weird things like that. Ended up learning how to juggle, learning how to balance things, balloon animals, fire eating, and kind of spiraled from there. And now whatever I can learn, I learn it.
And you know, that book was written not to do it, because I haven't even done them all. It was just my best guess on how people from history did a lot of that stuff.
When people ask me about my act, I'm usually pretty careful how I describe it, because some of it is pretty disturbing.
On the way back to his hotel, Jim bumps into an old security guard buddy with some newfangled wheels.
I met Jim and his circus there at the Cotton Club, and then a few hours later I went and saw the circus, which was pretty wild.
These are, what, the Segways?
Segway, right.
Right.
Well, they got a young lady that puts one of them scorpions in her mouth, the kind of look on you see on the James Bond film, not the baby ones. They put razor blades in their mouth. They had a kind of a stout gentleman that was real good with a yo-yo. I thought that was pretty good.
You know, sports cars are chick magnets, and I'm just wondering how these compare to a sports car for getting the girls. The girls turn their heads when you're on one of these?
Pretty much. During the concert series over the summer, we got quite a few comments.
All right, now, on the count of three, the one that makes it to the arrow first. 1, 2, 3!
There's no doubt that this Atlanta parking lot is going to be free of crime thanks to these Segways. Speaking of Segways, here's Larry on his way to the airport to pick up Avis.
Yeah, you made it, huh?
How you doing?
Great. No, you look good now.
I met Avis on a tour. We was on a tour called Beehive.
It was amazing how I met him, because the first leg of the tour, he wasn't on with us. He came on the second part of the tour.
I was driving the crew bus, and she was on the cast bus. And somehow or another we met, you know, on tour.
I saw him standing in the bus one day, and his physique, his chest and his arms, and I saw him from behind. His butt was real nice and everything. I was like, he's cute.
Next thing you know, just started escalating, you know. Next thing we was, you know, together. And next thing you know, we got married. You know, so.
Coming up, Cappy and the Master of Yo communicate in their native tongue.
So did you make that shirt out of curtains, or did you make those curtains out of shirts?
Then the circus meets a real jerk.
Phil Minnesota jerk.
The Jim Rose Circus is in Atlanta, Georgia, where bus driver Larry Ellis is enjoying some much-needed R&R with his wife Avis. And she's going to bring her Vegas-tested tribute to Tina Turner to the Jim Rose stage.
I'm pretty sure the tour for Avis, I'm pretty sure is real good for her, you know.
He told Jim that I do Tina Turner, and I just happened to send my husband some pictures that I had taken of some promotional stuff that I did as Tina Turner.
I hope it really give her a really good boost, you know, which I'm hoping it will.
Singing is hard, you know, it's soulful, it's strong.
And once you hear her sing, you just go, that's why you make lots of money in Las Vegas doing a Tina Turner show.
It's a metamorphosis. It really is. I transform and I put the wig, and as soon as I walk out, I could hear the energy in the audience, and it feels good.
Tina Turner rocks, and so does Avis.
How you like that?
While Larry gets reacquainted with his better half, Cappy ventures out to the Atlanta suburbs to meet with his hero.
I'm in Duluth, Georgia, and I'm about to meet Mr. Yo-Yo, Bob Rule, one of the living legends of my sport.
He said, hey, I'm in town, can we get together? And the last time he was here, it just didn't work out. I think I was babysitting.
I came here because I wanted to finally meet Mr. Rule up close and personal.
Bob Rule started his mastery of all things yo in the late 1940s, and he was actually employed by the legendary Duncan Yo-Yo Company as a paid player in the research and development department. But Cappy may be more interested in his wardrobe than in his yo-yo abilities.
So did you make that shirt out of curtains, or did you make those curtains out of shirts?
No, my wife made it out of material. We have tablecloths. My wife said she'll never make another shirt, so I don't know.
We did some looping tricks together and did some fireworks, which is where we loop at each other. We knocked quarters off of each other's ears.
Usually look for a nice-looking lady to do this so I can play with the ear, but I'll just put the quarter on real quick.
From this stunt, it's easy to see that over 2,000 years ago, the yo-yo was developed as a weapon.
You got some hair.
I got the quarter and the hair. You know, I've been yo-yoing since 1949, and I have never had that happen.
Really? You ever taken out hair?
No, never.
Well.
When I was learning, I hit a gal in the jaw. Fortunately, she was a friend.
You ready?
Yeah, boy, you've been right there, because I could tell by the noise.
And like his entry into the swamp tour boat, this activity also takes Cappy a while.
I just don't see how you're missing a quarter being that close. All right! 2 thumbs up, buddy.
I finally got it. How was that for you?
I've been doing that for how many years, and I've never had anybody do it to me.
It was a first for him, and it was a first for me, so I guess we're properly introduced now. I want to show you a little bit of what I do.
Cappy's yeoman-like yo-yo work impresses the silver-haired master.
I didn't know that he knew all these new tricks. He's way over my head when it comes to the new stuff. Oh, very nice. Very.
First time.
Never seen that. You gotta stop by more often.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the chance to hang out and yo-yo with you.
When's gonna be the next time?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'll just play it by ear.
Come back when you got more time.
Play it by ear, yeah.
Yeah, okay. There you go. Hey, I got your hair. If I send it to you, autograph, will you send it back to me?
Oh, sure.
Cool.
Well, let's not split hairs about it.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Bob. Nice to finally hang out with you.
See ya.
Yo.
Although extremely talented, there are major issues surrounding Cappy's ability to withstand the rigors of the Jim Rose Circus tour.
When you get that big, you can die any second.
I've thought about losing weight before, and I've even tried. And for one reason or another, it just never panned out.
Jim calls a meeting with BB, Lifto, and Rubberboy to discuss his concerns about Cappy's health issues.
We're gonna have a health problem. If it's a severe health problem, then I'm, as a Catholic, gonna be just kicking myself with guilt.
Being overweight is very unhealthy. I'm aware of that.
We are going all over the world with someone that could have a very serious health issue right in front of our very eyes. Have you guys noticed that and this is something that I spotted, he's keeping everything frozen again. You noticed every room you walk into, it's freezing.
Is it freezing?
Well, this is our home, and we're dressed like this because we're cold.
I don't know how to explain it. It's just the heat really just gets to me. Makes me sweaty and stinky and tired.
The real key for me to know that he has no interest in trying to live longer is that he's keeping everything frozen again. I ask him about it. He says, fat people don't like to sweat. Well, I'll tell you who likes to sweat. Fat people that are trying to lose weight. See, they wear sweatsuits for that very purpose.
I hate traveling. I hate being on a bus filled with cigarette smoke. I hate not pooing in my own toilet. I hate not being able to live my life the way I want to.
I'm a fan of Cappy's, and I want to be Cappy's friend.
The only reason I came back on tour was for the money.
Good news is this. I've been working with David Foster, the producer. He wants to bring us to Australia. I would like Rupert to be the new member of this circus, new full-time member?
I'll second that.
Yeah.
I'll third it,
Yes.
if you can third something.
Rupert will be our permanent member. Avis and Cappy will be alternates. But now that we've made this decision, Rupert's going to start being in these meetings. You guys know that.
I think Rupert brings nothing but good to the circus because he is like a mini Jim. You know, he does card tricks and escapes and magic, just like street magic, just like Jim used to.
Lifto started off as the assistant to BB. Couldn't even do a stunt.
I started out really bored.
It was 5 or 6 shows down the line when I said, hey, Joe, you've got all this piercing stuff. Why don't you lift something with it and actually be in our show?
You were either a logger or a farmer or a fisherman in the town I grew up in, and none of those sounded fun.
And he went and he worked on it, showed it to me. We changed his name to Lifto, and he was the first member, other than, of course, BB and I, to join.
Coming up, Jim and Purpleoid kiss and make up circus style.
You still gonna let me clock you with a frying pan?
Then, Jim gives Avis some valuable bowling tips.
Make sure your fingers get out of there or the ball will take you all the way to the other end.
The circus is in Atlanta, Georgia, where it's already been an eventful few days on the road. They welcomed one new member to the fold and made another permanent. And now, thanks to pressure from their record company, Mike Wolf and Purpleoid are going to rejoin the tour.
I got their record company on the phone, and, you know, I kind of reminded them what our agreement was.
Hey, Mike, it's Jim. I'm excited to see you, big guy. When you coming? When you coming?
In fact, their record company wanted them pushing their album as soon as possible, so they're going to meet the circus in Atlanta the next morning.
Rockstar. Hey, Mike.
Jim's always pulling your chain. Jim's never straight with you. Anybody who says he's being straight is full of it. Never. Manipulative. That's dealing with Jim, I guess, you know? Life of a rock star. Label says do it, you gotta do it, and you do it.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I got William Morris as an agency. They book my shows. That's the biggest agency on the planet. Purpleoid, someday they may be the rock stars they think they are, but they're not today. And they can't really be getting these types of people mad at them. I know your record company made you come back out here, deal with those freaks.
They deal with the business, you know?
Yeah, so...
Sing the song, that's the way it works. They think it'll pay off. I think I could be doing better things, but we'll see.
While Jim takes care of business, Cappy drags BB and Rubberboy over to the Coca-Cola headquarters, required visiting here in Atlanta.
Coke is refreshing.
For a man who guzzles up to 30 Coca-Colas a day, as Cappy does, a visit to Atlanta's Coca-Cola Pavilion is a must-see.
Always Coca-Cola.
I think they shouldn't have changed their logo from Always Coca-Cola. I think they should have kept Enjoy.
The Coca-Cola formula has been called one of the most closely guarded secrets in the history of commerce. The recipe includes such ingredients as gingerine, coca leaves, and the super secret mystery ingredient 7X.
Hey, would you like some soda, Cappy?
Yes, I would.
Okay, there you go.
That guy freaks me out.
What?
I don't know, he's just freaky looking. The guy with the, the little weird guy.
And what visit to Coca-Cola would be complete without a minute or two with a real-life soda jerk?
Does anybody want to drink this as a Coca-Cola yet? No, not until we add 5 ounces of carbonated water. And before your very eyes, I have made this a Coca-Cola. So, in making a cherry Coca-Cola, it would be half ounce of the secret syrup.
Ken, tell me, are we gonna try some Coke?
No, not here. Why can't? Well, wait a minute.
I wonder where they get the name soda jerk.
Phil Mix, soda jerk. Phil Mix,
Ken,
soda
tell me.
jerk. I don't want that Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Okay?
wait, I
could
wanted
do-
that.
Well, wait a minute, I could do flavored Coca-Colas. When you go down to the second floor, you're gonna have 46 different beverages from around the world. They're all gonna be ice cold, but not one of those will have been made by a
Soda jerk.
Is this group good or is this
But I
group
want one made by a soda jerk.
Downstairs in the tasting area, Cappy is in Coke heaven. 46 Coca-Cola beverages and their variations from around the world are his for the sampling. And sample he does.
I'll try every one of them.
Yeah?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it right now.
Did the orange Fanta meet Cappy's seal of approval?
So refreshing.
But it looks like the same can't be said for the Diet Lychee Nut.
My teeth are gonna rot.
Many of these flavors are still in the testing phase.
I feel sick from all that soda I drank.
But all in all, our Coca-Cola connoisseur was pretty impressed.
And a more profound appreciation for the carbonated sweet beverage known as Coca-Cola.
Meanwhile, back at the hotel, Jim and Mike put the fizz back in their relationship.
We're back on the same page and everything. I know that there's a little bit of issue or whatever.
Yeah, there were a few issues. I mean, really, it's just doing the shows, man. As I said, like.
You still gonna let me clock you with a frying pan?
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Oh, hey, we got bowling tonight.
Bowling.
You any good at that?
Yeah, I'll kick yours. No problem.
Well, anyone can kick mine. Can I be on your team?
There you go. Fair enough.
Whenever the circus gets some free time on the road, they love to go bowling. So without further ado, it's the Jim Rose 10-pin Invitational from Atlanta, Georgia.
My name is Jim Rose, and I have the Jim Rose bowling team with me.
Those guys are going down.
We're gonna annihilate them.
We're gonna make them cry like babies. We're gonna smash your heads like the ball to the pin.
Look at the BB Rose bowling team, and we're gonna crush Jim's team. I'm gonna show him that I'm the top in the family.
They're gonna climb up my pant leg and have a ball.
They are the ones who are the ball lickers. They are going down.
Yeah, they're full of hot air.
We've only got one shot at winning, and that's Mike a Purplewood. Mike is an experienced bowler.
Got away, got away.
I know.
My order's ready. Can't bowl on an empty stomach.
Man, I am horrible!
Dinner is served. All right, let's go!
Yes.
You got it.
We're kicking it.
He squats like he's in front of a bidet, and he throws the ball between his legs. He did pretty well for his style.
I can look girly as long as I'm knocking the pins down.
Stand in his way, distract. When you release the ball, make sure your fingers get out of there or the ball will take you all the way to the other end, just like they did on Lucy. Remember that?
Yes.
That's it, girl!
Not over yet. We're only halfway through.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Rubber!
Gravity is not just a good idea, it's a law, except when Rupert's defying it.
Last throw of the game. Oh, I'm horrible. I know how to pick a circus team, but I obviously need to work on picking a bowling team.
It's very competitive. And when you lose, see what happens. Fight like a little girl. And you play like a little girl. My loser. I won again.
The Jim Rose Circus will now be heading up the East Coast for the rest of the Twisted Tour. From the Capitol steps
That was a lot of fun.
to the streets of Philadelphia.
That is a view of Philly.
They'll meet some of the strangest people
Will that guy fight?
and places in the U.S. They'll also be performing their outrageous stage show on the Jersey Shore and in the Big Apple. The Jim Rose Circus. It's the real-life comedy and drama of a traveling freak show.